What's up? How is everyone doing today? It is Berkfamily54comics on our nasty new Panda Brothers Thor Throwdown Thursday, powered up comic book reviews, Thursday night chat, 1,000 subscriber party. Woo! How's everyone doing today? I am so pumped to have 1,000 subscribers. We have some awesome people up in the chat. But before I acknowledge the chat, I just want to say thank you to everyone who helped me get to 1,000 subscribers. And thank you to my friends that always join us every Thursday. I'm just going to go ahead and bring the whole panel in at one time. We got Ryan, we got Adrian, and we got Dustin. What's up, guys?
What up?
Yay!
It's party time.
Right? What an intro.
Do you guys like that intro?
Yeah.
I wonder where that idea.
On Hollywood.
Where did that idea come from?
I don't know. I just don't know.
I'll tell you what, Steve. You know, they say once you hit 1,000 subscribers, you know, it changes people, and you know, I don't see it, man. I don't see it at all. That makes no sense to me. I think hitting 1,000 subscribers is a great thing, but I don't see, you know, it hasn't changed you, man, and you know,
that's a pretty nice jacket you got.
We haven't changed.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of look like you're about to do some reaction videos in a blazer. You kind of look like you're going to do some reaction videos in a blazer.
What?
I don't
I wear this all the time. You guys don't never notice this. I wear this like every week. You guys are crazy, man. Every week. Go back and look at your stream, dude. Come on.
He hides it under the Megazord hat.
There you go. There you go.
Right.
There you go. He's wearing a blazer. I'm wearing sleeves. This is our Thursday night chat.
That's true.
Somebody's got a bandana on over here.
Dude, he's got a dude, look at this guy's background. Check this out.
He's all about the team, man.
Hey guys, I even brought the Mountain Dew and the chocolate cake.
He did it.
I got that. We talked about this the other day. Chocolate Pop-Tarts, baby.
Yeah.
Can I just say that Adrian, we've all four been talking all day long, and this dude has went all the way out, even to the chocolate cake and the Mountain Dew. I mean, that is awesome.
Dude, he has gone all out. Our group chat is absolutely insane. Like, crazy. Ours is off the charts. Okay, all right. Before we get any farther, I would like to acknowledge everyone in chat. I'm going to try to go back through really quickly, hit up everyone to make sure that they know that I recognize them and I appreciate the support. We got Flashpoint Comics. What's up, Mike? Ryan Pond. I know that guy.
I don't.
Hey.
Kay Titus. What's up? Evan Shimko. He is actually going to be my Tuesday show this week with his dad. And I had CC Collector cancel, which is fine, but I've been trying to get Evan on my show for a while, and we're gonna have Evan and his dad on Tuesday, so that's cool. Magic Lasso, what's up? Let's see here. Newbie, what's up, Newbie? How's it going, man? Try to get
That was a great stream earlier this week with him.
It was
Really cool.
That was a fun stream for sure. Comics and Death Metal, we got Dustin's friend. I made sure not to call him Dust.
Say it. Say it.
He told me he was going to beat me up if I called him something.
I'll leave now, go start another live stream, and take everybody with me.
FaceTime, what's up? What's up? Dude, I like that. I like that Rorschach.
That's cool.
Nice. Bearded Comic Bro, hello. Kate Collector, what's up? Ruben Guzman, hello. Yeah. Keon, what's up, dude? Shattered Glass Comic Reviews. I talked to him a little bit on the Twitter today.
That man hooked me up good last week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Mandy's down here.
We do have Adrian Pandawesome316. What's up, dude? Backseat Driver. What's up? And Unuseful Unboxing. Oof, this is hard to get in. I think that's. Oh, hold on. Bueller! We had the Bueller bump.
Yay!
2 Brothers Comics helping get over 1,000 today. Thank you for that. Dude, Manny, my brother from Texas. What's up, man? Bert, congrats from Chino and I on reaching 1,000. We were driving back from Dallas. We're sending our support. Congrats. Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate that. Manny and Chino, you guys are among the best in the community. They do awesome auctions twice a week. I just sent them some pretty cool books today. I hope they like it. And I think that's everyone. Hope everyone is doing well in the chat. Hope you guys and gals are doing well. Thank you, Manny. You're awesome. Okay. This is the party. We're going to be hanging out. We are going to be reviewing comics tonight, obviously.
Maybe.
This is probably, in my opinion, the best week for comics we've had in a long time. And it just happened to coincide with me and Dustin and Nick, of course, reaching 1,000 subscribers. So this is a great, great, great week for sure. Also, I'm glad that we reached it this week and had good books this week because there's not crap that comes out next week.
Maybe we should have put the party next week then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Phil Alien, hello. Okay.
What's up, Phil?
Yes, I do own a shirt with sleeves. I do. Okay, this is the part of the show where we show off or talk about what books we grabbed or read this week. I'm going to go first. There we go. All right. Let's see here. Okay, I got to the shop right when they first opened, and there was like, Jesus, great week, right? Hey, Flash 6792. There was like 5 people in there, and we all grabbed pretty much the same stuff. There was a couple of people that did grab Power Rangers. Hey, Fly Fox Pro, thank you very much. 1,500, here we come. Yes. Okay, first up, I got to show this off because this was actually, as soon as I got there, I grabbed it, and I just sat down and read it. I didn't even grab any other books. I sat down and read it. Power Rangers issue 50. Now, okay, Dustin talked about how there was a Solar Ranger on the cover. If you go back and look at the previews when they had the different covers, that was not on there.
Oh, so
Really?
maybe I did spoil that for you guys.
There, dude, it was not on there, and until the book came out today, and then they put that on there. I even looked for it just to make sure because that is a huge spoiler right there for sure.
Sorry.
And then I grabbed the foil. And this is, I think they might be,
The foil is a wraparound, and then you got the connectings.
Mhm.
So yes, just like you said, this one wraps around both of there's this one and the other cover, obviously. So I had to get both of them. They're freaking badass. Story is awesome. I can't wait to review that tonight. Flash 756. Really good read. Well, me and Ryan will talk a little bit about that.
Mm-hmm.
Like backstage or
you guys talk about it too. Batman 93.
I'll talk a lot less about that.
This is my read of the week. Holy cow!
I said it first.
You did say it first, and I was like, no way, man. Thor 5. I was like, there's no way. Thor 5 and Power Rangers 50. There's no way it can beat that. It did. It did. This was amazing, and I was pretty shocked after reading James Tynan's When. I thought this was horrible. But Batman 93, oh my gosh, so good. I can't wait to talk about this. I had to get the Matina cover, and I already showed it off. For number 5. And we talked a little bit about this earlier in our group chat. People were trying to flip
That's a $30 book now.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
We'll get to it.
That's exactly why I did that thing on Instagram.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy, Martin Q. I hit him up. He's from the Philippines. I'm going to be sending that as soon as possible. And then also Flashpoint Comics. I got him up on it, and I'm giving him my copy as well.
Yo, John, what's up, man? John was actually the first. I would say John, Matt Thanatos, and Reggie Collects were the people that got me into YouTube. John challenged me to make my first YouTube video, and I did, so I appreciate you.
See, John, I told you you were important.
He is important. He really is.
I was trying to argue that with him earlier.
Gino Comics more, what's up? Okay, all right, here we go. Ryan, you said you don't have any floppies, but why don't you talk about what books that you did read really quickly?
Yeah, I know Manny's in there, so sorry I haven't made it out. I'm going to pick up my books soon, though, probably tomorrow. Yeah, so I mean, this week I was excited, of course, for Mighty Morphin 50, Outer Darkness, Chew #3, and then there's Red Border, Rogue Planet, and the TMNT ongoing. So I've been collecting those, so I'm going to be picking all of those up. And then I read Flash and Thor as well. So I'm excited to talk about all of these. I'm not sure what list to go by anymore, and next week is not looking good no matter what list I look at. So I really don't know if I'm going to have anything to read next week. So I'm super excited about how awesome this week turned out to hopefully make up for whatever we don't get next week, because I don't know if anything's coming out, to be honest.
I did a video on it. You should watch it. New comic book day preview for next week.
So did I.
Hey, I watched yours first. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, JB. How's it going? King John, yes. I did see Chubby Pop Chaser. Hello. Yes, it is a party. Cool Comic Guy. What's up? I ordered Batman 93 125. I sold it was delayed because of Diamond and DC issues. Anyone else have this issue? I did not.
I heard last night on Rob Wurst's channel that there was an issue all over the place. So
awful. Ryan thought it was awful. I thought it was awful. Anyone else read it?
After you guys said it was awful, I just put mine in my box.
Yeah, I think I had the most favorable opinion of it, and I don't know, it seemed so aimless. I don't know what the point of that book was. I don't know what the story was supposed to be about. There's weird things that crop up, though, but I don't know what the actual point of the book was. So it just seemed very wandery. I didn't think it was that great.
I agree. I'm going to go to Adrian next. Dustin. Oh. Dustin, you good?
Do I?
I'm going to go to Adrian.
I thought he was frozen.
I'm going to go to Adrian next while Dustin works on his microphone.
All right, so I picked up the ongoing TMNT 105. I also picked up Once in Future. Getting into that. I haven't gotten into it, so I picked up 8. I'm missing some holes. I got 5, 3, and 2. And then, of course, I had to pick up Thor.
Boom.
Good book. And then just the same, I got the same thing as you.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And then also the same.
Matina.
Yeah, I had to go with the Matina. It was so good.
Dude, anything Matina does is just absolutely perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, of course, I also had that other copy of Thor. That's why I brought out 2 books for Martin Q and for Flashpoint over there. So,
all right. So here, really quickly, I'm sorry. Are those all your books?
Yeah, that was all my books.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off there, man. I was just excited because I found something. I'm going to show it off really quickly. Those are some sweet books. I heard Once in Future was really good this week. Once in Future and Die were great this week. See? Yeah. Comic Jabroni. What's up, the Comic Jabroni? All right. So I talked about this earlier. I said that the Solar Ranger was not on the cover.
Okay. You're right.
Look at that. It's not on there, and this is on Things from Another World. This is a website I use for all my previews when I do my new comic book day preview video. And yeah, it's been omitted over here. So they definitely did that on purpose. So
sorry to have spoiled that for everybody, but I did tell you guys. First one to get the book gets to spoil it for the rest of us.
And you did. That is true. You did. All right, Dustin, you ready to show off what you grabbed this week?
Yeah. First, sorry, I can't. I don't know how.
Your boy Justin Birch is up in here, by the way.
I don't know how Perry does that. That is not my thing. I don't do it. Keep it up. I'll rip the sleeves off this shirt too. All right. First thing I wanted to show, I got some awesome Father's Day stuff. The only thing I have up here with me right now, my wife knows I've been looking for some. I can't remember what they're called. You put your cup on them.
Koozie?
No.
Oh,
Coaster. So this is like a wooden laser etched coaster she got me for Father's Day.
Nice.
She didn't know which one was the Green Ranger and enlisted my 4-year-old's help, which if you saw the video that I dropped this week, that Joker knows his stuff.
He does know.
I thought the ending to that was going to be she didn't know the Green Ranger, so she just bought all of them.
No.
I was upset a little bit for that. I do remember seeing that. I'm over it. We're all good, Jabroni.
Oh, yeah.
I did pick up a major grail this week.
There you go. I can't wait for my shirt to come in. All right, start going.
This is the hottest book on the planet right now. Jabroni, what do we say? 1,000% increase on this book selling? If you don't have this, you're not in the club. And if you go and get it, it's going to cost you. Got that Yarn Man #1. Look how beautiful that is, guys. Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
I got it. I got mine. It took this thing like 11 days almost to come in, but I got my copy. If you ain't got yours, you're not in the club. Got my copy, though. I got a big package from Mad Cave Studios and Mr. Let me see if I can open this here. Mr. Anthony Cleveland. So send us a couple of posters for Show's End. We got a couple of those. Got a couple of signed issue #0s of Silver Skin. And we got a couple of signed issue #1s of Show's End, one of my favorite titles. And we got the signed trade paperback. And I just noticed we have a bunch of goodies inside, a bunch of bookmarks and all kind of stuff in there. So this is stuff that's all going to eventually go out to the community. And so I wanted to show that off. That was some cool stuff. Now, I picked up the real hottest book on the planet right now, which is Thor #5.
It's good.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I got the Batman. I didn't pick up all my books this week. I had enough money in my bank account to pick up 3 books, and I have to get the rest of them tomorrow. I picked the right 3. I got those 2, and I got Necessary Evils ending in issue 50. I also picked up Parallel. This is a title that came out actually a couple of weeks ago, and they redid it for New Comic Book Day this week. If you missed the stream this week, we actually had Mr. Jason on here. The guy that wrote this book, he was on with us talking about this. This is from Source Point Press, and it is an awesome, awesome book. If you're interested in finding out what that's about, you can go check it out on our stream. And then I got What If issue #6. I gave my copy away. This was I had one of 2 copies I needed to finish my entire run of What If, and we went over this yesterday. So that was my pickups for the week.
Boom. Oh my God.
I didn't know we were showing off Father's Day gifts.
I didn't know it was Morphin time. You didn't make the call.
Dude, look at that. That is freaking awesome.
My Father's Day gift.
Is it hot in there?
It's hot. It is hot.
Does it fit?
Yeah, it fits all the way.
You can snap it up. Dude, that's
What are you trying to say? You trying to say my boy's got a big old head or something?
I'm just saying, I don't know if I do.
I've just never really seen them properly scaled like that.
We just figured out who the White Ranger is.
Hey, Justin Birch. Sorry, man. I guess you only get these posters, bro, if you're in the 1,000 club.
Oh, wow. That is awesome. That's hilarious. I had to get 4, 5, 1 of 25 in that regular cover. Those are going to be big. They are. You know what else is going to be big? A couple weeks ago, Batman 92. It's going to be a big book, right, Dustin?
Sorry, say it again. I was trying to read the comments.
Batman 92. That's going to be a big book soon, right? Especially the Punchline covers.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Didn't that book spec for like no reason?
It's got your favorite person in it.
Yeah. Woohoo! She finally did something in this issue.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we got a couple new people in here. We got Alex Tapia from Bad Boys 2. What's up? I think that's actually everyone. Is Tommy? Is that Tommy, the White Ranger? It is. Okay, all right.
In the flesh.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Yeah, the White Ranger up behind him. There you go. Okay. What book should we? Shoot, let's just do it. We're gonna review because that's a book we all read. It's the biggest one that we like.
And it's probably going to take the most time if we're being
It's
honest.
probably going to take the most time. I did send a notification to Ryan Parrott for him to join if he would like to join. He's not going to join. He's ghosted me, even though he said he would join my YouTube sometime.
Every week he sends this man an invite.
Every single
Yeah, but he's in the 2000 club, so you're just 1,000 away.
Hold on a second. You add Berkfamily54comics with 2BrothersComics. We got 2,000.
That's true. That's true.
Right there. So I
think I have like 1 or 2. So I mean, 2002, right?
That puts us over the limit. Now we can't talk to him.
All right. Big issue. We had to wait several months for this. Kind of a big. I mean, there's a big reveal at the end. We'll get into that. I think in our group chat, this is the one book that we were all excited. We were all excited about all the books, obviously, coming out this week. But this is the one that we were all, and we were so pumped about getting. Dustin was saying he's going to spoil it, or someone's going to spoil it.
And apparently, Dustin did.
Non-spoilery thoughts. I'm gonna give about 30 seconds to a minute, and everyone else can, and then we can give some spoil thoughts on it. I'm going to say that it was actually like a really, really good read. I did not expect a lot that happened in here to happen, especially one of the things that happened in the first couple pages.
Yeah, right.
You got his. I did like to see the younger team players do well, and the ending obviously gives a positive look at the future for what we could possibly be seeing. So I would definitely give this book an A. Yeah, I'd give it an A. A solid 94% is what I'd give it. Ryan, what do you think?
The highlights for me in this one were, the Red Tigers Award, seeing the new team kind of assert itself as the new team. The big showdown between Omega Yellow and Omega Blue, and the last page. I mean, those were all really great moments. My only problems with it really are kind of the way the whole story plays out. All of Necessary Evil, I have my issues with that. Dane, I hate like the disappearing act. It just didn't really feel great. And then kind of the camera angles and the artwork I thought were a little very anime heavy, and I appreciate him experimenting with these camera angles, but it just gets really weird sometimes. All in all, I would give this issue like a B+, A-.
I said non-spoiler thoughts, and Ryan goes straight into spoilers. That's fine. It's fine.
I didn't think I really spoiled anything.
Red Tiger Zord. That's all right. No,
that's going to pop up instantly.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. I definitely agree with. We've been saying this for a while. It looks very anime. There is one specific shot that I want to show that looks so anime. I'm going to make me big. I mean, that is complete anime. I do not like it. The art in this whole, that looks cool. I do think that looks cool. I'll show that. I think that looks cool, but overall, Henry Passedia, I believe in the first couple, 8 issues or so, I thought his art was way, way, way better than what we've been seeing for the last 25 issues of Daniele. His colors are good. It's just, I agree. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to jump in on that. Dustin, what are your initial thoughts on Power Rangers 50?
What kills me about Daniele is that the Daniele worked on the very first run, the first volume, and the artwork was awesome. It was fantastic. I don't know what has happened. Maybe he's been watching too many of Perry's anime reaction videos. I can't put my thumb on it. I can't figure it out. But yeah, it was pretty good. It was a quick read. It was, but you guys hit on most of the stuff. I liked a couple of the characters that came back. It was a little bit predictable. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Teacher?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it was just a yeah, it was a little bit predictable, but you know, still it was, at least it wasn't a disappointment at the end. That was my biggest fear, is that you flip the last page and then so I think it definitely is hopefully leading up to a better story arc than Necessary Evil was. It wasn't a bad story arc, but it definitely wasn't the strongest that they put out yet.
I agree. I agree. You have a letter grade you give this issue?
I'm gonna put it somewhere between a G and an N.
So below F. You did not like it.
I just picked random letters. It's all right.
It's all right. All right. Okay. Adrian Panda, Pandawesome316. What are your initial thoughts on the book?
I liked it. But like you guys said, it's got this real big anime feel to it with the artwork. I did enjoy that because I do like anime, but it's hard to mix the two. So it was really off-putting to see it put together like that inside a Rangers book, because it's like, all right. But definitely I could definitely talk in everybody's voices when I was reading this. It felt really good about that, and I really liked what they did with Trini in this issue as well. She showed up, so I really enjoyed that.
Okay, so you all said some really good thoughts. I feel like we should just go like front to back really quickly, and just talk a little bit about each thing here. Spoilers are happening now. Spoilers are happening.
Yeah.
69 Chop Shop, what's up? We got 30 people in the chat. I appreciate everyone hanging out. This is our 1,000 subscriber party hangout. Me and Dustin both at 1,000 subscribers in our Thursday night chat. We're talking comic books. We're chilling. We might even go past an hour. Great, right?
We might get 91 minutes out of Bert tonight.
Okay, really quickly.
Can I ask a question related, like, I guess, to the meta narrative of this book? So when this book opens, it's the cinematic opening, and it kind of, in a way, that some of the things that happen with that in the book come off a little out of the blue. So what I was wondering, we know that Ranger Slayer one-shot was supposed to be there for a free comic book day, and that it's a combination of stuff we already know with a little bit extra. Do you think that maybe the Ranger Slayer issue was supposed to be out before this, and maybe tied that Solar Ranger stuff together a little better?
They did say, we both listened to the Ranger Danger podcast, and it did say that the Ranger Slayer one shot is going to explain more of where the Ranger Slayer went, and then what she's doing after. So
okay. I must have missed that little bit, but yeah.
Right off the bat, we get some person flying, and we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
I just noticed that that's what that was.
Really? I reread this an hour and a half ago.
I never do that. I'm so bad about that. I never ever reread things.
I usually don't either. But
I take hella notes though. You guys saw that yesterday.
Yeah.
Bothering the shit out of you. I speed read this yesterday because I was so excited, but I read it again slowly and I caught more things. And then we get this splash page of the fight. Another splash page. We get the Rocky, Aisha, and Adam basically taking out Dane because they're new, and Dane doesn't really know all their
anything.
He studied the previous Rangers, and they used the whole jetting from issue 45, which was like 9 months ago, because of the pandemic. Jetting happened because there was
yeah, but wait. I thought those three were part of the team that fought Dane the first time. And he took them out like they were nothing.
I think so, but they also tried new things, like giving each other's weapons, and they tried to.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I thought you were saying though that he didn't know how to fight against them because they were new. He had never fought them before. And I was like, wait, no, wasn't that? But then also all the time stuff, it throws me off.
That cracked me up too. Like, this guy has beat the dog piss out of us altogether. I know. Let's switch weapons. That'll throw him off and make it easier to beat him. Like, come on, Ryan Parrott. What is wrong with you, dude? We're not 5, Ryan.
He could have done a little bit better at that. I do agree.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit contrived, but I allowed it. Yeah. But I feel you on that. Like, there's not enough change there to make it a truly different fight.
I got to get a dictionary when I'm on here with this guy. He's already said 4 words that I don't know.
You sound just like my dad.
Clean your room.
What the hell are you saying?
We did talk about who's the smartest person. So. Okay. We do get this cool shot. I will say this is pretty cool with the Tiger Zord walking, looking all super badass. Coming up.
This is where I gotta hurt your feelings, man, and kind of break you down a little bit on that. Look at that picture again. Tell me it don't look like the Tiger Zord is doing the pee-pee dance.
He looks like he's just walking, looking badass to me.
I don't know. To me, it looks like he's kind of crossing that front leg over the other one, like, oh, I gotta go. And that was the first thing I thought.
I agree. Hey, Lo, what's up, dude? Thank you. You didn't in the comics. Okay, well, thank you for stopping by, brother. I appreciate that. Okay. Yeah,
I do think Daniele hits those shots pretty good, like the Macross, Robotech, Voltron style animation influence shots. Those ones work. It's like the new what's the one? My Hero Academia style anime shots, like the one we were looking at early. That's where I think he isn't as strong, and that stuff needs to be adjusted, if you ask me.
I agree.
I'm going to write him a letter.
Something. Okay, we get the Red Tiger Zord, which Ryan spoiled earlier. With the Red Omega Ranger.
Call out the Solar Rangers.
And the Tiger, yeah, true. The Red Omega Ranger Zord and the White Tiger Zord merging together, which was, I mean, after seeing a Turtle Megazord, we kind of knew that at some point all these Zords were just going to come together. Though, I will say, it's really interesting to me that we never saw an Omega Ranger Megazord. So,
I thought that Red Tiger Zord was cool, though. If you guys remember, when I got back from the shop and I was reading it, and I sent you guys a message, and I was like, oh, I just read a couple pages, and like this really cool thing just popped up. Like, that's what I was talking about, because I thought that it looked cool. The idea behind it was cool. The Red Tiger Zord, like that was pretty cool. I like that.
I do agree. I knew that's exactly what you're talking about when I was reading through it.
Yeah. And I really like how he started defining those elements. Like in the Turtles crossover, he says, like, you have adaptive combination technology. And then here they talk about how the Omega Zords have this ability. So I really like that he's defining that and not expecting us just to, like, roll with every punch, you know?
Tommy, the Omega Zords were designed to naturally adapt with any Zord, says Jason. Really? Well then, what are we waiting for? Let's show them some Red Tiger power. And they pick out Garrison.
They did like a children's book.
Yeah.
They pick out Garrison and
read like a children's book.
Swipe. Pretty awesome.
Yeah. I hope Garrison gets a little more time later on. I think he was a great character, and he didn't get you. And same thing with Dane. Like, Dane was there in the beginning, and then we didn't see him for a long time, and now he's back. And I was like, they made him such a strong character in the beginning. Like, you thought he was going to be a force to be reckoned with throughout the entire series. But I feel like that character kind of just fell off, and it was, kind of, he got Tommied. He got Tommied.
For the TMNT Power Rangers?
Yeah, so I hope to see him come back.
We need more Tommy in every issue. Me and Dustin think we need more Tommy in every issue, Ryan. Come on.
I do feel that, though. I felt the same way about Dane and Garrison. Like, I was reading, I was like, oh my God, like, Garrison Vox was introduced as, like, the end-all, be-all, and they just kind of dropped him for a while there, and now he's come back, but he didn't do anything but get his butt kicked. Yeah. And Dane, he's a badass, but, like, they just keep on taking him out of the fight, like Tommy, you know? Like, and that gets kind of old. I wish they would justify their removal a little more. Like, give us a really good beat-down fight, and then they're too weak, and that's how they get captured.
Yeah, he just gave up and left. Yeah, like, that does not fit his character the way that they brought him in.
I thought that was weird, too, how he just gave up just like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so
It was
weird.
such a turn. Yeah, it was crazy.
Whatsoever.
Later, Cohen Jabroni. Thank you for stopping by, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, cool video you had earlier today. I like that.
Mhm.
Okay. Then we get the Solar Rangers showing up and just they have this thing called the Solarix that can just take out all this Morphin grid power, which I didn't read the Solar Rangers like 7 issues or whatever. And I mean, honestly, I don't know that many people that did. I jumped off of it after Shattered Grid until issue 40. And I'm a big Power Rangers fan, but I couldn't connect with it with all the different Rangers being in space and all that. So I didn't really understand that whole thing about the Solarix that they show taking out all the.
Yeah. Do you want the background on that?
What?
Do you want the background on that?
Hold on, I got to fix my iPad apparently.
All right. It's called the Solarix, and it's from Beyond the Grid. And basically, there's this Ranger team, the Solar Rangers. They have this one of them, the main one. She has this thing called the Solarix. And because you're beyond the grid, you're not attached to a grid. This Solarix can absorb, morphin energy, and so it's kind of like a vacuum for morphin energy. If you get in the vicinity, you can soak it all up. So that's basically all they use that item for in this issue.
Close the door.
It makes sense now.
It does make sense. I still don't like
It's kind of like a ghost trap, I guess. They can absorb the morphin energy, and then they can harness that energy to morph. And then once it runs out, they can't be morphed anymore because they don't have their own connection to the grid. So that's what they did. They brought the Solarix here, and she just sucked all the morphin energy up into it, basically.
Okay.
Am I weird? I was into Power Rangers for the Hot Pink Ranger. I don't disagree.
I'm pretty sure everybody was.
Panda is flossing. Okay. We get the Ranger Slayer, and Kim is like, "Wait, Ranger Slayer? You mean she's?" And they don't finish the sentence because everything from Shattered Grid they don't remember, and so in Shattered Grid she did know about the Ranger Slayer, but she doesn't now because everything's kind of changed. And then we finally get the ultimate showdown. Which before I say like how awesome it is, I do want to say that Ryan Parrott did a great job of highlighting Trini because she is the only character that is like the actual actor that's no longer with us. She died in a car accident. And so I do think it was kind of cool for Trini's family, or Tui Tran, is that how you say her name?
Yeah.
Her family, that he made her such a big impact, especially in this issue where she basically takes down Kaya. And Kaya's like, I'm sure you're going to try to talk me out of this, blah, 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 blah. And Trini's like, nope, I'm done with that. And then she kicks the crap out of her. And I didn't remember this because it was several issues ago, but this was foreshadowed 4 or 5 issues ago. The gate opened, the planets aligned, the Earth rose, which she's the Earth Ranger of the Omega Rangers, and the water fell. And Kaya was the Water Ranger of the Omega Rangers. So, Pandawesome talked about this earlier. You guys can go ahead and talk about how awesome Trini was to be a badass here to take out the most powerful Power Ranger.
Dude, so my favorite part out of the whole thing was right after she said that she's done with it. She goes, "Yeah." And Omega Blue was just like, "It's so annoying how you say my name while we're fighting," and then all of a sudden he's like, "Trini."
Yes,
that was awesome. I like that. That made me laugh a lot.
Yeah.
So, but it was a good part, man. She was a badass. Trini, she never gets the highlight, like just like in Team NT Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, she wasn't there. She wasn't highlighted whatsoever. But then in this issue, she showed up, man. It was just really cool to see my girl Trini finally get some love like that. So I really enjoyed that.
Pretty badass.
I felt like those scenes alone were worth the price of admission because I feel like that's where Ryan Perot's strengths in writing live, is like in those small interactions and exchanges. That's what made like the stuff in Go-Go so great, was like whenever her and Jason switched bodies and all that, like the level of character interaction you got out of it is what made those moments so good, and that's what this felt a lot like here. I thought this fight alone was worth the price of admission. It was really good.
Absolutely.
When did they switch bodies?
Go 16, 17, 18.
Oh, well, I haven't made it there yet. Thanks for sharing.
Sorry.
I mean, that was like 2 years ago, but
True. In all fairness.
Okay, and then the Solar Rangers go back through the gate. Back to I believe that gate can go anywhere in any time, like any timeline, I'm assuming, not just anywhere at that point. I think you can go forward in time and backward in time. I'm not for certain on that, but that's what I believe. And then the purple Solar Ranger says, "You got to see our new Solar Rain." I'm assuming Ranger, but we don't know who that is. And then we see that the Omega Rangers are still in the galaxy fighting crime, and the regular Power Rangers go back. And that is when we finally get the gatefold that they've been talking about in their preview for a long time. We get this Morphin energy.
Hold your phone up, Ryan.
Dustin, you go ahead and show that off since you're the first one to show it.
Dum dum dum.
What?
He's
What?
back.
Oh, it folds out? Oh, that's nice.
It does. That's the gatefold, man. I was reading it, and my comic shop owner was like, "Whoa, gatefold, nice."
Yeah, I didn't know it folded. That's not how it appeared to me in digital.
And
That explains why the picture got so much smaller, though.
And Dustin, do you notice what he's wearing? What color he's wearing? He's not wearing white.
Oh, I know.
He's wearing green. This, if you guys don't know who this is Lord Draken, Tommy Oliver from the timeline dimension where he accepted Rita as his leader and he became a force to be reckoned with. Now, on the Ranger Danger podcast, he did say that this is a different form of him because he's more like a broken Power Ranger than the Lord Draken that we knew before. I don't know what that means. I think there's some timeline, different stuff going on.
The way he described it kind of was that, like, basically they took him from earlier in the timeline before he's really, it'd be like snatching up Darth Vader before he really turned to the dark side, but he was on his way, That's kind of how he describes it. So there's a way to, like, intersect and kind of change his trajectory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I have some theories, though, because with those, I think it's a Dan Mora story covers. What is that?
It's his Harry Potter tattoo.
Yeah, he's got scarring.
What do you see there? What are you pointing to? His face?
When did this happen? This wasn't in Shatter Grid.
I mean, his face has always been kind of messed up, I thought.
But he never had that big old red face tattoo trying to be like Mike Tyson or scarred up or nothing like that. So I think that maybe is some kind of clue as to like something that has to do with who they are. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, the only thing though is like because of all the changes in artists, like I get confused with Tommy alone when they start changing artists. And one time he's like bulky and realistic looking. The next time he looks like a stringy cartoon. And they have to tell me this is Tommy or else I don't know sometimes. So I wonder if the extra scarring isn't just a side effect of a different artist doing it.
Yeah, that's true. Like the Omega Rangers, Psycho Green, Ranger Slayer, Lord Draken, just those characters that never appeared in the series. They're doing great things for the series. I agree. And Ranger Slayer was created by Ryan Parrott. Lord Draken was created by Kyle Higgins. The Omega Rangers were created by Ryan Parrott, but mostly by Daniele because he came up. Daniele came up with the designs for him and the weapons for him, so it is interesting.
And the elemental styling.
Yes, that
was his idea as well.
I'm going to give. So this is at this point we're pretty much done at the book. I just want to get everyone's like theories on what's going to happen next, or why Tommy Lord Draken showed up. I'm going to go first. I believe that based on those covers that we've seen, I think they're the FOC covers. They're the story covers that they've like built up every issue for the last 11 issues. They kind of all tie in together, and it shows like the red emissary getting like destroyed by something. I thought that was Lord Draken, but it may not be. But I'm starting to think that the emissaries and the Morphin Masters are getting pissed off at the Power Rangers and just getting mad at like everything that's happening when they're given all this power and these people that are Power Rangers like Lord Draken and Kaya are doing things that they should not be. So I think the Morphin Masters and the emissaries are pissed off. And I think that's what Lord Draken is alluding to. I'm excited to see what happens in the future of Mighty Morphin and also the Lord Draken miniseries. So that's my theory. Ryan, what you got?
Whew. Theories for the future. I don't even know, man. It has to be like the emissaries and the Morphin Masters or something, though, because, I mean, we've basically just finished dealing with beings that are directly tapped into the grid. So, like, what's more powerful and stronger than that? But I do have some questions about where this Draken comes from, because we also don't know how strong he is, you know? If we're assuming this is the Draken from the end of Shattered Grid and he's scared of something, then I'm scared. But if we're talking about a Draken that's not as powerful as that Draken and he's scared, I'm not as scared. So that's kind of a big question for me, is like, who is this Draken and how powerful is he? So I know how scared to be of whatever he is scared of, you know?
For sure. I definitely agree. I definitely agree with that, because he was scared of nothing in Shattered Grid. Absolutely nothing. He thought very highly of himself, and now if he's scared of something, that's crazy. We're almost done. We got about 3 to 4 minutes left at most, and then we'll go into Thor, and then we'll talk a little bit of Flash and Batman. Dustin.
I honestly had not really put a whole lot of thought into it yet, but I kind of like what you were saying, Steve. And I can see that could be cool if done right. Bringing in those, it's kind of like what they did in the 90s Mortal Kombat series, where, you know, you've got the Elder Gods, and after you've dealt with Shang Tsung and you've dealt with Shang Kahn, and they start, you know, breaking the rules, and now the Elder Gods step in, and it's just, you know, hell on earth. So I mean, if it's done right, if they are able to be brought in and just break these two teams down to absolutely nothing. I mean, maybe even kill somebody. We've seen that happen already. You know, I think it's got to go that far to really, really make an impact. You know, somebody needs to die. The rest of the team needs to be absolutely broken to their core and completely shaken to their core, and really make this like something huge. You know, bring in some. I don't know, you know.
You know who they're going to kill, right?
He's already died once.
They're going to kill him at the beginning of the arc and then bring him back at the end.
Your next parent is going to kill Tommy again. How many times have I outlined the best Power Rangers character ever? Yeah.
I do agree, though, Dustin. I don't know how they raise the stakes without killing somebody that, you know, in an important way, a meaningful way.
Yeah.
I think that here's what I'm going to say. He is building off, just really quickly building off what Dustin said. He has said that Omega Rangers are going to stay. And so maybe if they do kill off or actually kill some people, it might be the Omega Rangers. Who knows? Hope not, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Panda.
So I think the Draken that we're seeing is not the Draken that we've seen. You know what I mean? I think it has to do a lot with the gate. I've got a lot of like Stargate kind of feel to it, with flashing back and forth. You know, maybe it's not the present time, maybe it's a future time, because this Tommy that showed up at the very end looked very weathered. So he looks, you know, a little bit older to me. So I don't know if that's just the way that he was drawn or what, but I definitely feel like it's not the same Draken that we've seen, that this may be an alternate timeline kind of thing. So I don't know. They could be doing some multiverse kind of stuff like all the other people do. But it's always been great. Yeah, exactly. So we might have a Barry Allen in our case over here, or
yeah.
We have to go every show to talk about how Wally West is. All right, so Power Rangers, we all liked it. Some of us liked it more than others, but I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for a different artist.
Yeah.
That was Daniel's last issue. I feel sad for saying that because, you know, he did a lot of good stuff, but I'm excited for someone.
I mean, I felt kind of the same way. Like, I'm glad once we got about halfway into Necessary Evil, I'm glad we're done with it. Like, it just kind of started to fall apart too much. But I am really excited for the prospect of that final page. I think there's a lot of good that can come out of that. I think Parrott got a little ambitious in his writing in this event, and that's why it kind of spiraled out. I hope that moving forward, they can kind of keep him a little in his wheelhouse, because I do think that's also what's happened with Daniele is they've given them so much freedom that now Daniele is experimental as all hell because nobody's putting the chains on saying, maybe not professional work on this piece, you know?
Ruben Guzman is a lady, apparently. All right. Okay. So we talked Power Rangers. I'm sure everyone in the chat's happy that we were done with that. We talked for like 25 minutes. All right.
It was the end.
Next book. Big one. Thor number 5.
Oh, I thought you said the big one.
He's really excited about that Batman.
There you go. Thor number 5, Donny Cates' goodness. We've all been reading since issue 1. Really good stuff. I don't know what to say about this book. It's amazing, really good. Second favorite read. The ending was not what anyone could have expected, I assume.
No,
so,
I didn't see that coming.
Panda, why don't you go first? I always go first. You go last. You go first. We'll just review it, spoiler review, whatever you want to say about Thor number 5.
Yeah, I mean, we're already 52 minutes into this whole thing, so yeah, let's go spoiler already. My whole deal with Thor was I loved it. I loved the writing, the way that it flowed, the way that he was talking to to Black Winter, and then the big reveal at the very end. Oh, just man, for me, I know you guys are all about 93, but for me, this was my read of the week. I was more excited reading about this just because I really haven't been much into the whole Batman series. Like Ryan and I were talking about earlier, 90 kind of fell off for us. 89 wasn't great. 91 wasn't all that great either. And then 92 and then 93 really came together, but it was just too little too late for me. With Thor 5, man, Thor 5 really just threw a whole bunch of stuff. Like, this is one of my best parts, is when Black Winter shows him how he dies and shows all the characters. You got Apocalypse, you got Doctor Doom, you got everybody.
Nihilus is in there. You got Loki. Yeah.
I think Jugs is in there.
Yeah, Juggernaut was in there. Man, they just had everybody. Mephisto was in there. Man, just so many characters showed up, and I just thought it was such a good read. Just the way that what's it called? Black Winter was talking to Thor the whole entire time. Just how he was in their head and everything like that, and talking to Galactus the way that he was, and the very last reveal. I mean, I don't know if you guys are going to reveal it right now, but I guess I might as well.
Do it.
Yeah.
When he talks to Thor, saying that Galactus is his herald. That was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot begin to tell you how crazy that made me feel. Like, we always know that Galactus has his own heralds, but I never thought once that Galactus himself was a herald. So when he revealed
that was awesome.
Anybody did. That was, yeah. Whenever that I flipped that, I was just like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And that's I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
No, I was just gonna say I'm really glad that we're done with this pandemic. I hope books don't go off because waiting that long for that kind of reveal was just, it's going to be too excruciating if we have to go through that again.
Yeah, I agree. And you know, the whole thing with Galactus being a herald, that's one of the cool things about that is we've seen over and over and over this story of Galactus and his herald and his many heralds. I mean, we might as well call this guy the Snow White of comic books, and he's got all his, you know, dwarfs that run around. You know, he's got so many heralds. So to finally see, you know, Donny Cates starts this off. Okay, Galactus has another herald. Yes, it's Thor. Yes, that's big. But again, Galactus and his herald, he's got to eat the planets, whatever. Same story over and over. But he does a great job of, like I've said through this whole entire story, you know, changing the relationship between Galactus and that herald, where the herald is keeping him in check at every point in every issue. Yes, for several issues there was a big reveal and a big fight between Thor and another character. That did not do as much for me as seeing Thor just manhandling and just tearing Thor up. Anytime Galactus stepped out of line, foul! No, know your place. You know, I have the power of Odin's son. You know, he's got he's the king. He's got all the power. Now he's the herald. You've made him the most powerful being ever, and you think you're going to run around here and tell this guy what to do? So then to find out, you know, again at the end, now there's another twist where we find out Galactus is actually a herald too. So Donny Cates has taken something old, something overdone over and over again, and put such a fresh new twist on it with such a big reveal that you start to see, you know, once again, God Country aside, the genius that is Donny Cates here.
Oh, you had to add that. You had to add that. Oh my.
See, and this is what I was talking about earlier. Like, I never once, like, okay, this whole thing is just like so out in the open. Whenever he reveals that he's a herald, that he's a servant to somebody, like, you know, he has been doing this the whole time. Like, really, if you look at it, Galactus has been in check. Like, I've never thought about it like that until Dustin said it, but we've never seen Galactus like on a chain being checked by his own herald. And he's been doing this through the whole series, and it kind of fits the theme to find out that, yeah, he is a herald. Like, he's under somebody as well, you know? So that's an interesting perspective. Like I said, I never thought about how, like, through each issue, he has been in check.
Yeah, and you know, another thing that I wish would stop being done is I wish that they would stop and I heard another guy say it on another channel I was listening to this week, because I was thinking it too, because everything that I've read with Galactus is always he's put on a pedestal as this powerful, you know, infinite being, but he's always made out to look like a punk. He always gets punked out, man. He's always getting beat up and broke down. And I'm like, this is Galactus, all right? Y'all don't treat Thanos that way. He don't get treated like a punk. You know, you don't treat any of these other big bads like that. This is Galactus. I want to read a long drawn out series where Galactus is Galactus and he don't get treated like a punk. Now, this story obviously I'm going to say does not fit in that category, because the way that they did that here was awesome. But, you know, Galactus seems to always in the end just get punked out like super, super hard. And it usually seems like, could that really happen? Does that really make sense? Donnie did a great job of building Thor up and giving some clout to Thor and giving, you know, reasoning why Thor is able to do what he's able to do to Galactus. And I think that that's something that was very important to make him seem credible to be able to keep Galactus on such a short chain throughout this series.
So I have a question for you guys. Do you believe this is the Black Winter's final form?
You're going DBZ on us. Final form. No, I don't think that's his final form.
Or
No.
just that because of who he's fighting? Because he obviously showed that he can beat all of Thor's enemies as well. And obviously in this, he looks just like Thor does right now, just completely black.
Yeah, but isn't there also the thing of like Galactus looks like whatever you expect him to look like or something?
I don't
Isn't that
know.
a thing?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Because that's kind of what I was thinking with this guy. Is probably the same thing. Like however you imagine him is how he'll be, and we also know like he's digging into showing Thor like how he dies or the end. So to me, it would make sense that in that moment, that's what Thor's thinking about. That therefore, that's how he would project himself onto this creature. You know, the Black Winter.
Mhm.
So he basically says, the Black Winter says, he's not here to consume the universe. He's here to reclaim what is his, which is the one he spared, the one he created, Galactus, his herald. So it's, I don't know if that's his final form either. I assume not, just because he's all
I kind of assume he doesn't even have a form, to be honest.
See, that's what I was thinking. I thought he was just more of a manifestation of your deepest fear, like with Thor being, the king of all, the Odin son. Now he's, he thinks that the only person that can beat him. I mean, he's been whooping Galactus everywhere. So I would think that the only person that he would think that would defeat himself is himself. So
yeah, the only thing to fear is fear itself.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's afraid of himself.
So here's my question: does Thor back up Galactus here, or does he let the Black Winter destroy Galactus?
Ooh.
See, I don't know. That's what I was thinking about myself because, you have the idea Thor was going to stop him from destroying the universe, but now that we know that he's not there to destroy the universe, he just wants Galactus. Does Thor need to fight him?
That's true.
Right.
Ooh, that's a good. I was thinking about that. Good comparison.
Good point, Ruben. Good point.
I think the question is going to be if this is made out to be that because Thor or excuse me, Galactus already knows. He's already said that he knows what the undoing is going to be here. And I think that is why he tried to bring Thor in as his herald too. Maybe he's thinking if I can, get this guy on the team, maybe it'll be a little easier for me. So I think maybe it's going to come to the question, is Galactus going to back up Thor? What if that ends up being a thing? And I don't know if it will because Galactus, has already taken a beating from this guy. And the Black Winter can obviously take him out. It's already almost happened before. But I just wonder if that would be a twist that would happen. Maybe somehow Galactus tries to turn on Thor.
Well, see, I don't think that's the case because at one of the panels after he did the whole God Blast, he said, are you still with me, Galactus? And Galactus said, until it's done. Right there.
You're right. Yeah. Galactus's art was much better in this issue too.
I agree. I agree. Galactus looks so much better in this issue, but this issue just went so hard with the art and just with even the word bubbles, just everything, man. This for me was the read of the week. So,
yeah, I kind of feel like it's a mastermind kind of game where Galactus is basically going to try to convince the Black Winter that. Galactus is going to try to convince him, I'm weak, I'm broken, I wouldn't even be a good herald if you took me back. Instead, take this all-powerful Thor and make him your herald. And maybe that's how they suck Thor into the battle. But I don't know. It's really up in the air for me at the moment. I don't know what to expect next.
All I know is I'm super excited for what's coming because every single issue has been amazing by Donny Cates. Everything. And he keeps bringing in all these crazy twists that you would never think of, and it's been fantastic. I will say the one thing I really like about him is when you are reading it, you really get to feel for the way that person should sound, in your head. You know what I mean? I think his writing is top notch. I give his book an A for sure.
Yeah, and I think issue 6 is supposed to be kind of like the wrap up of this story arc too. So if it is, issue 6 should be
just an all-out drag out fight.
If this is a $30 book, issue 6 that might be like about $70.
I will say the way that Cates is writing this book is, every issue is the same. It's an outline. You're confused at the beginning, and he gives you this narrative that kind of establishes the theme of the book. Then something surprising happens. All of that plays out, and then you get a crazy reveal at the end of the issue. That's how he's done all 5 of these. And there's nothing wrong with that, but honestly, it does remind me a lot of Joshua Williamson on Flash, because he does the same thing. Every issue starts with kind of recapping what happened and telling you the theme of this book. And then you'll have this surprising moment. Then you have all the fallout from that. And then there's a huge reveal right at the end of the issue that hooks you in for the next one. So I do see a lot of the same elements there. And that makes me excited, because Joshua Williamson is a very underrated, top-notch writer.
I agree 100% with what you just said about Joshua Williamson. He's a bad dude. He's a really good writer. Really, really good.
Yeah. Very classical literature writer at that. He knows how to work with themes so well.
For sure. You guys got anything else you guys want to say on Thor number 5?
A+. A+.
Yeah, it was great. I enjoyed it a lot.
Okay, so those were the first 2 books that I read. Next book, Ryan did not read, but I believe the rest of us did read. Panda, you read it, right?
Yeah, I read it.
Okay. Batman 93. This book, insane. Insane. Thor was really, really good. This blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind in all the right places. We finally figure out that the designer is not who we thought it was. If you think about it, that makes sense. But thank you, Warlord. Appreciate that. It's so good. The Joker is pulling strings again, getting ready for the Joker War. The ending, insane. And we get this, something big happens to this character. So, Dustin, you didn't get to go first yet tonight. This is the book that you said was really, really good. So why don't you go ahead and tell me what you thought of Batman 93, what were your favorite parts, and all that.
So this whole entire time, I've been saying the same thing, that this idea of this designer character is really cool and has the potential to be a really strong character. And I hope that I really, really hope that this is not the end of this character. If you remember back to the first time we saw the tellings of what was going on here, we were back in the cemetery and they were digging up the Joker's body. When they dug up the Joker's body, there was no body there, but the corpse had this green stuff coming out of it, and it was talking like some kind of craziness is going on where the Joker's controlling them. And when I saw that, and then we move into the plan of the designer, and we had the Riddler and Penguin and Joker and Catwoman, and they were all going one at a time, and they were basically giving their master plan. And we find out there that the Joker killed him. Immediately, I thought, okay, well, in 2 issues before that, the designer is alive, and this is supposed to be a flashback, and he was killed. So I think the Joker is actually behind the designer's mask. So in a sense, I was right, but at the same time, no, because it's this corpse of the designer, and the Joker is, again, you see this guy in the background that is using this controller type thing to control him. Let me get to the page. Sorry. Oh, it's way in the back. Let's see. I can't find it now, but there's a guy in the background, and you can kind of see that he's kind of got this controller thing. So that was neat to see that the designer has actually just been basically a ghost character here. And I hope that at some point they find a way to bring this character back and really give him his due, because I think that this character has some legs. I did like how they go through Batman's detective skills and how he's figured out, thanks Lasso, how he's figured out the master plan all the way to the point where he realizes that it is indeed the Joker behind this. So I thought that was really, really cool to be able to see how he's figured all of this out. I like the fact that we finally, oh my gosh, all the hype and all the chaos created by this freaking character. Finally, she does something, because up to this point, she hasn't done a friggin' thing. And I'm just like, geez, man, like let's let the character do something before we say this character is great. But no, seriously though, I mean, it was cool to see Punchline and Harley's interactions, and they both have different perceptions of the Joker, and to me, that's where you're messing up already, because you can't try to get into the Joker's mind and try to have an understanding of the Joker. It's an ununderstandable character. And so, you know, anytime someone thinks that they've got him figured out, it usually ends up being bad. And this happened here. I guess we'll wait a little bit before we talk about it, but we finally see that she does something here. So that was cool. But, and that I was kind of expecting to happen at some point.
Go and show it.
Okay.
Go and show it.
So Punchline and Harley are fighting, and then all of a sudden, Punchline gets a leg up on Harley and reaches around and slice right across the neck. Now, or the throat, I guess. She slices her throat, which I thought was cool. It's like, all right, she's a brutal character. I like that. I do like that. You know, she's not the fun-loving, telling jokes, cute Harley Quinn character. Like, she's about her business. And then they throw Harley into this sewer. Now, we don't know for a fact that Harley's dead here, but that's, I think, what we're being led to believe. So I'm interested to see where that goes. And then at the very end here, when Batman is told by the Joker, you know, I wasn't trying to break you. I was trying to break her. And then Bruce kind of thinks about it, and he's like, oh, I did miss something. You're right. Catwoman. And then Punchline walks in, bow, puts one right in the dome. Now, again, I think they want us to assume that Selena is dead, but at the same time, she's still talking. So I don't even know that she actually shot her in the head. We don't actually get this
shot her at all.
No,
yeah, we get this one panel with the bang, and you know, she's kind of reaching behind her, and then she's leaned over here, but she's still speaking. So I don't think he shot her in the head. But
we don't know if it's a legit bullet either, or if it's something else.
Yeah, and yeah. So I mean, regardless, you know, she's taken out two major characters here, and then we get this reveal that the Joker's whole plan at this point is not to kill Batman. We all know the Joker doesn't want Batman dead. That doesn't do the Joker any favors, because then the games are over. He has nobody left to play with. You know, that would be like me quitting YouTube. Bubs would be so bored sitting around with nobody to get on and make fun of and talk trash to. So, you know, you got to have your nemesis around in order to be able to continue to play this cat and mouse game. He wanted the money. Now, what he wants the money for, I don't know. We're going to find that out in the Joker War. But just to hear, Joker, you are now worth over $100 billion. Can you imagine giving this crazy lunatic that much money and power?
They just gave him Jeff Bezos money.
I don't know who that is, but that's a lot of money.
It's the person the person that owns Amazon. He's the richest person in the world.
Oh, okay.
So
I don't like that guy anyway. Then
he's a tool. You didn't talk about the biggest part. Deathstroke.
Oh yeah.
Sword through.
That was really good. Yeah. You know what? I'll save you guys some meat to chew on too, because that was awesome. Fantastic.
There's some meat on this bone to talk about for sure. And go ahead, Adrian.
I liked it, but for me, I think this just tried to legitimize Punchline a little bit more, taking out two big major characters, or seemingly to take out two big characters. I really liked the fight that she had with Harley, the interaction that they had. I really liked what happened with Deathstroke at the very end. also with what happened with Batman trying to figure out everything and doing all that stuff. That was really good. I liked it. But like I said, for me, this just wasn't as strong as Thor #5 for me. This did have a lot of crazy twists and turns, but man, for me, I think the last page of Thor #5 still blew this out of the water for me.
I don't know. The ending, getting the reveal that the designer is not who everyone thought it was.
Right, but see, I don't think it's done yet with the designer. I'm with Dustin. I think that this was just a ghost in the shell ploy, and that the real designer is still out there. I mean, we've seen this story before with Hush. You know what I mean? So I don't see why they couldn't play this storyline again, which I don't want them to do because I want something new. But at the same time, I can see it going that way though. And I know Ryan and I were talking about that earlier. I mean, it's probably going to be some of the same storyline just used all over again with some little twists and turns here and there. So I'm not really too much into the Batman series right now. So I'm still going to pick it up. Still going to read it.
Hold on.
Hey.
Oh, Barry Allen, dude. Nice.
I just had to come on here and first off say congratulations to you. I just got home, so I wanted to definitely jump on here for a second because I haven't read anything yet, but wanted to say congratulations to you on the 1,000. That's huge. So didn't mean to interrupt, but wanted to still come on and say congratulations
to you guys on getting 1,000, because in our group chat earlier today, I showed them this recording from Big Will. He told me to check out your guys' channel. It was December 5th. You guys had 29 subscribers. Check out the channel because they are Power Ranger fans. Well, obviously one of them is. And now, 6 months later, you guys are at 1,000. That's crazy. So congratulations to you guys, not only for your success, but also that you guys are such good friends and being brothers and being able to work together on something together. That's awesome, and I give you guys props for that for sure.
Well, man, I appreciate that, but this is about you. So, and not only that, but again, Barry Allen's still the best.
No, you know what this is about, Nick? You know what this is about?
The fact, what? I'm not gonna.
Oh, Yarn Man.
Yarn.
Oh, geez.
Here comes a no beard guy.
Thank God.
Do you ever, Nick? I know you guys share the account, so I have to ask you: do you ever get on the Two Brothers Instagram account and see all the BS that we say in our group chat?
No, I mean I'm on the Instagram account, but man, Monday through Friday right now up until about 9 o'clock, I don't have time to do anything, and then at 9 o'clock I basically sit down and edit our videos. So it's like very, very rarely do I actually get on there. So to answer your question, no. No.
We talk a lot about some bidets and
I did hear about the Taco Bells the other night whenever we were doing our stream because Dustin just randomly started cracking up laughing about what was it, mini tacos the other night or something?
There was a mini taco conversation too.
The dollar tacos.
Dollar tacos.
Yeah. That was a conversation Ryan and I were having about.
You're not around your phone for like an hour and you come back, you're like, holy crap, what just happened?
No.
No.
Put it to the audience. Does anybody know what the Spangles thing is that Bert keeps talking about?
Come on.
Does it have to do with Barry Allen?
No. I'm gonna say eat Spangles. Is that something they eat?
Spangles is a fast food place. The inside looks like it's a 1950s. Their fries are amazing, and their burgers are really, really good. Pandawesome, I know you're gonna back me.
Oh yeah, I've had Spangles. I mean, you don't get to be my size without having a little bit of Spangles here and there. Spangles is good, man. It's a Kansas-owned thing. I think they extended all the way out to Oklahoma, but I'm not too sure on that. But the people that started Spangles own like half of Wichita here. They own all of the Genesis Health Clubs. They own all the Spangles. They own half the city.
Spangles, they are a fast food chain based in Wichita, Kansas. Yes. Wow. That's crazy. They started.
I've never even heard that slogan or whatever you were throwing out there.
Well, I did see a message earlier today where Burke was talking about wanting to spend the night with somebody and have like a slumber party somewhere.
Let's talk about it. I was saying it would be really cool.
So it was somewhat true.
We could all
You saw the 3 no's right after that message, right?
What did I tell you guys about these conversations?
Yeah, I thought he wasn't going to bring any of it up. But when you said hunting, I really thought you meant we're going to go hunting. Like,
you really think that?
kill some deer. Like, it didn't register to me. I honestly thought you were like, yeah, you had boys out weekend and we're going to go hunting. We're going to
Panda.
buck or something.
So Panda, hunting is probably for comic books. Hunting is for deer.
Exactly.
And then
Big old,
There's no G on that one. It's just hunting.
just tastes good. Shoot them up, cut them up, eat them up. That's how you do it.
cool if we all got together like sometime in like Texas,
Mexico knows what's up.
and we could stay in a hotel and go hunting someplace.
See, he said it right. Hunting.
Hunting. Raising Cane's is pretty good. We have one in town. Pretty good.
I think I've been to one of those in does Mississippi have one of those?
Oh,
It's from Louisiana.
I heard you're
You know what? It might have been Louisiana. I went down there on was it an anniversary trip? I don't know. I used to travel a lot. They have that really good sweet tea, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that and their sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it started in like Baton Rouge and it's exploded since then, but I think that's where it started. So
What's going on, Carlito?
hardly toe.
Dustin, why are you so quiet now?
Hey, are you guys going to go live after this to celebrate 1,000? Or are you guys just going to do that Saturday?
It'd probably be a week from the 4th of July, I think, right? I
Oh,
know it's a long way away, but
We got a plan.
Okay.
you're going to be at 11 by then.
by then.
We've got some stuff we're planning on doing. So, and this weekend we've already got our live stream set. Next weekend is my niece's birthday party, and I also have a wedding. So we're gonna push it to the following weekend, but it's gonna be cool. We're gonna have a good time. We got some stuff planned, and none of you suckers is invited. I'm just kidding. You guys are obviously invited.
I'm just shocked Dustin was so quiet, man. I jump on here, and while I was setting up, I was listening. I swear I don't think he took a breath for at least 10 minutes straight talking about the book.
Well, that
And
was
I
the only
jump on
time I
here
got to
quiet.
talk, Nick. That was the only time they let me talk was when we got to
Look.
Batman.
Look, and I'll tell you guys this much because I've been avoiding the Thor spoilers like crazy. So I haven't watched anything up until like I've been randomly clicking like, oh, what are they talking about? What are they talking about? Because if it was Thor, I was going to be upset. And so I felt like Batman was a safe time to jump in.
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
Thor was second, and we were finishing up Batman.
So Thor's next.
No, we already did
No,
Thor.
we already did Thor.
We already talked about the part where
Yeah, we did talk about that part.
we talked about Galactus's new herald, dude. Strongest character in comic books. Thor's out.
That's fine.
I'll give you 2 guesses, and I won't tell you if you get it right. I just want to see if you can get close. And
Gore
who
the
his
God
new herald
Butcher.
is. No, seriously.
He doesn't have a new herald. I know you're
Hey.
screwing with me.
No, just I'm dead serious, dude. Take 2 guesses.
Galactus doesn't have a new herald.
He does. You want to see who it is, dude?
I'll tell you who does have a new.
The most powerful being in the freaking universe.
Oh man,
I can't believe Nick didn't say Barry West.
oh man, Barry Allen.
Yeah. I know nothing of Thor. Sorry.
Look, and when it comes to flashes, you have like Barry Allen. Oh man, what I can't even talk crap because I can't remember the other guy's name.
Wally West.
Huh? No, the OG. What's his name? He wears the metal tin hat.
Jay Garrick.
Jay Garrick.
Jay Garrick. Sorry, I thought you said something else. And then like every other Flash character, then like Wally.
Man, that was the hardest burn I've ever seen somebody work for.
Flash
I
is
know.
the next one on our list after Batman.
Sorry, man, we're not going to spoil it. We're not going to tell you that Kakarot shows up and becomes a Herald of Galactus.
How cool would that be? In all seriousness, I bet you Kakarot would destroy anybody in the Marvel universe.
Probably would. It's unfair. He's unkillable. He just gets stronger.
He literally creates universes with his powers, unlike any Power Ranger.
Oh. Yeah, he's on level with Superman, and that's not saying a lot.
Olin.
You know, he's not on level with.
Yarn Man.
Oh, goodness.
Yarn. Dude, hey, you missed it earlier though. Dustin was rocking a blazer like Perry. He said,
Uh-huh.
1,000, nothing's gonna change him. He's still gonna be the same person. He's wearing a freaking blazer.
Well, Perry's gone backwards. He's just wearing like t-shirts and doing this all the time now.
Yeah, he's sitting there in his underwear with a flower shirt on.
I'm a part of it. Well, I'm not a part of one, but I just saw a chat a second ago that Perry just said something about him. Like, oh God, I got to leave that too.
He's actually sick right now, from what I understand.
He's something, all right. Oh, man.
All right, you guys got anything else you guys want to say about Batman 93? Nick, you said you haven't read any books this week.
No, I haven't been to the store to pick anything up. I was just trying to hop on real quick before I go starting editing tomorrow's video and tell you congratulations. And it's freaking sweet. So that's what I wanted to do.
I'm pretty happy that we were both able to get 1,000 one day after each other together. I know we were able to celebrate tonight. Obviously, you guys had your own celebration, but I was happy that both of our channels got 1,000.
Absolutely.
And then we can celebrate on our already scheduled
Programming.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It was definitely something else. It was cool.
But yeah, so I like y'all's group chat name, the Nasty New Panda Brothers. So with that being said, I'm gonna hop off here so I can go edit this video.
I'm gonna call you when we get off of here.
Well, I probably am gonna be in the bedroom editing a video, so we may have to talk tomorrow. Scott will be laying down. Good night, all.
Later, Nick.
What'd you say, Burke?
I thought Dustin went to sleep at like 9 o'clock because he has to wake up at 3 in the morning.
He needs to be.
Luckily, we're on the tail end right now and not just starting.
Yeah.
Well, if you keep talking like you were earlier, y'all are never gonna finish.
Well, Flash is next, and I have nothing to say at all. So
Thank
Yeah.
God.
When you guys start talking Flash, I'm out. I gotta go say goodnight to the wife and everything because she's going out to work. So
But you know, all you need to know about Flash. Do you want me to tell y'all?
yeah.
Barry Allen is the best one. That's really it. And when you think Flash, no, I'm just kidding. You can be
I
honest
thought
with
you
you
were
guys,
just gonna go, like
No.
be gone.
like just click off. No, to be honest with you guys, the only thing I know about Flash is the TV show. So Wally West could be the greatest Flash ever, but I don't know. What is going on outside my house? It's like air horns going off out here. All right. Have a good night. Congrats, Burke.
See you later, Nick.
All right, congrats.
Congrats, Nick.
Yes, congrats, Nick. All right, we're going to talk really quickly in Flash, and we're going to jump out of here. Andy,
Probably get ending book because there's not a lot to say. Anyway.
Yeah, I'll be back. I'm just gonna hop out real quick while you guys talk about Flash.
cool. Sounds good. Okay, Ballin', that's fine. I just want to make sure you were above 13 because this channel's 13 and older. Shimko, he's a great guy. He's 16 now. So when I have him on my channel next week, I'm going to have his dad on.
Oh, nice.
You're a new comic book collector. Nice. Nice. AK State fan. That's what's up. That's what's up. Comic book collectors like Dustin's son, who correctly answered like 20 comic book characters, dude. That's insane.
Feel free to check out our roadmap to comic book collecting for new people on our channel. Sorry to plug that on your channel, Burke, but that's for the new collectors. That's not as much a plug for us. But let us know if it helps you out, because nobody watched them and we were hoping that it would be helpful. So
No, I still have the video you sent me bookmarked, so I'm just waiting for supplies to show up to apply.
Evan and Baller in here. We got Evan and Baller, 2 young comic book collectors. Thank you for checking out the channel tonight. All right. Flash 756. We'll review it and we'll talk a little bit more, all of us together, and then we'll jump out of here. Superior Hero Reviews. What's up? How's it going, man? All right. Flash. The last issue ended with Godspeed getting killed by the Reverse Flash. I didn't know if he was actually dead, but I started to think that he is.
It seems pretty permanent at this point.
And the Reverse Flash basically going around to all of Flash's enemies and saying, I've seen your future. You want to change it? Join my team. And Barry is dealing with the loss of his friend. And he doesn't want Avery and Kid Flash, the new Kid Flash, Wallace West, to be around him. And they're like, well, we want to help. And he's like, well, I don't want you to get hurt. And they're like, we're not going to get hurt. And Iris is like, it's not because he's worried about you getting hurt. It's that he doesn't want
you to see what he's going to have to do.
What he's going to have to do to Reverse Flash. He's going to have to kill the Reverse Flash, which Iris already did like 30 issues ago. And Reverse Flash has gotten killed many times. He got killed by Dr. Manhattan, like issue 22, I believe. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. And the ending, I've known about this for a while, that their kids turn out not to be good, but the ending with the Tornado Twins possibly.
Question: who are they? Because they made it very apparent that they were important.
That's Barry and Iris's kids, and from the future.
Oh.
From the futures, so they can travel back in time, obviously, like any speedster. Like, they're speedsters, and it's their kids. And one of them, I think it's the boy, his son, turns out to be Impulse, which is like the future Kid Flash.
Oh, okay. Well, that helps make that connection a little better. Yeah, and I mean, whenever he's like, he doesn't want that whole interaction with Avery and Kid Flash was, again, I just really like really strong, good character moments, and that scene just crushed it. Like, it was so perfect the way it played out, you know. But I mean, obviously, when he's like, he doesn't want you to see what he has to do, you're like, okay, so he has to kill Reverse Flash. People die all the time, especially in comics, because they just bring them back. My question is, has Barry ever crossed that line? Is this a new thing for him? Because that's kind of how I took it.
He has killed the Reverse Flash before. I believe it was Barry. It was either Barry or Wally has killed him before. Broke his neck, just like Reverse Flash just did to Godspeed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we know that Reverse Flash was dead, and he went to a different point in the timeline to bring him back to help him fight Paradox. So, I mean, I know he had died and everything before, but I wasn't sure if this is a line that Barry's never crossed and he's finally going to, because to me, that's more impactful than Reverse Flash dying. He''ll come back. He just came back. I mean, it's not surprising, but to see Barry kill somebody, I think that's a different ball game.
For sure, I agree. Some of the the group message. Hilarious. Okay, so Reverse Flash goes and gets Grodd. He goes and gets Captain Cold and Golden Glider. He goes and gets Tar Pit. He goes and gets Trickster and Turtle, which Turtle was a big person in the last 15 issues or so. He gets, and then he gets the Tornado Twins. And then obviously he's going to have his own, he has like his own future Reverse Flash, which is Inertia and several others. Zoom is going to be another person in his Legion of Zoom. So it's going to be really interesting to see all, like, who they get to team up on both sides. I thought this issue, like you said, was a really good build-up issue. It explained a lot. And the ending was pretty crazy.
Yeah. I think it was super straightforward. The only two like strong points in it were one, the Avery Kid Flash scene, and the end with the Tornado Twins. Him like going and finding all the rogues and stuff like that wasn't. I mean, that was 100% what we expected. But it is building. I will say one thing you said to me. This issue, I think going into this issue, I thought Barry was going to build a team and Reverse Flash was going to build a team.
Yep.
But this issue gave me the impression that Barry's planning to go at this alone, in the sense that maybe he thinks that that's the surprise, that's the curveball. Because Reverse Flash said, every time this plays out the same, we both know I'll build a team, you'll build a team, or you'll build a team and you'll chase me. So this time I'm going to build a team to fight your team, So I thought that was kind of the curveball that they were throwing in this issue, was like Barry's going to surprise him by being by himself.
I think we're going to get Wally to join back up with Barry now that he's got that Dr. Manhattan powers. He's super fast now. Obviously, we have Avery. We have Kid Flash. We have we have Impulse, which made a big splash, and it was the Flash Annual #2. Was on the last page. He has yet to show his face in the Flash book since then. He has been working at the Teen Titans right now, but he has not shown his face in the Flash book since that one page. So I do think I think he'll come in, and maybe he'll go back in time and get Godspeed to come back and help him. Because if you look at, I think it was even in here. It showed. No, actually, I think it was in. Actually, sorry, it was in the Flash Forward #5 or 6 issue, where it showed Godspeed as one of the good people on the good Flash side versus the Legion of Zoom. So I don't know. I'm excited for it going forward. I thought it was really good.
Yeah. This was a really great just like setup for the event that's about to play out. I guess my only other theory would be like the double reversal where Barry does go in alone. He pushes everybody away like he did with Avery and Kid Flash. He goes in alone, and when he's down and out, the rest of his family shows up, and you get the family theme, like you're not one, you're one of many, So that's how I see that playing out, though, is he's probably going to go in there by himself, and whether he wins or not, I think it will come down to like family supporting you,
I wonder.
It's a very heavy theme.
I wonder if Mina is going to come back. She was a part of the. You read the first couple books. You remember Mina, right?
Mm-hmm. The doctor, right?
Doctor, yeah. She gets speed power. She turns bad. Realizes that she wasn't really bad. She was being mind controlled.
Yeah, she was also in like 87 or 88 or whatever, right before it flipped to 750.
I wonder if she's going to come back. I wonder if Iris is going to get super speed. I wonder if Max Mercury is going to come in, because he has yet to make an appearance in a DC Rebirth. There's a lot of different things that could happen. I'm excited for the future. Yeah. Like you said, Joshua Williamson is one of the best writers out there right now. He should get a run on Batman. He should get an event with writing in it, just because everything he does is so good.
He does, isn't it called, he has a series called Nailbiter, right?
Yes.
Because that's the thing that gets me. Whenever I talk about Flash online or I read stuff about it, people kind of dog Josh Williamson like he's not a super talent. But then, like, they just, like, brought back Nailbiter, and people are, like, losing their damn minds over the fact that it's coming back. I'm like, I don't understand why so many people don't like him on Flash, but then he comes out with his creator-owned line, and people are, like, going ape over it. I don't know. It's just, like, a weird thing that I see online a lot, and I'm like, I don't understand the messaging with this. I think he's an amazing writer. He does a great job. He's obviously got, like, a great foundation and understands, like, writing and literature, and every issue of the Flash delivers. I don't know what people are complaining about.
I think it's great. Yeah, I shared that link to Ryan Parrott. I share it every time. The Joker never joins, even though he promised me that he would join my stream, and then he ghosted me. Makes me sad. I think he's a great person. I've listened to his interviews. Seems like a nice guy. I love him. He ghosted me. I'm just gonna keep until he either blocks me or joins my show. I even told him, I was like, I'll leave you alone as soon as you join my show.
He's gonna come on here and be like Panda right now.
He's gonna come on here and he's gonna be like, screw Dustin, 2BrothersComics, and then he's just gonna sign out. I laughed pretty hysterically when I saw your message in the group chat, Dustin, by the way. All right. So I thought Flash was good. I give it an A-. What do you think, Ryan?
Flash, yeah, I mean, it'll B+, A-. It was a good setup issue. It's solid foundation for what's about to happen. So, yeah, that's a good issue.
All right. Well, we've reviewed some comics. You guys want to talk about anything else before we get out of here?
On the count of three, everybody hold up your pick of the week. Your favorite pickup of the week.
Oh shit.
Ryan, hold up your cell phone.
Yeah, Ryan.
Can we just talk about how great Ryan's complexion looks this week? I mean, look at this guy.
Man, those lights really worked.
I mean, I know me and Steve hit the 1,000 mark, but this guy is the one that stepped it up this week and just, I mean, he's.
Dude, he is
Every time I look up, I just see a bunch of stars.
You're looking real HD though, real 1080.
Right? 4K. Here I come, baby.
All right, you guys ready? And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Whoops.
I was gonna say, if you pick up that yarn, man.
Two Thors. Now,
I'm going with Thor on this one.
I will say, okay, so you are Batman. 2 Batmans, 2 Thors. There you go. We will all say that Power Rangers 50, we were all looking forward to the most, and it was really good. Everything we read this week was really good, just as other books were superior for this week.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I know we kind of beat up a little bit on Power Rangers. At least me and Dustin did. Me personally, I mean, I liked it. I thought it delivered. And the individual issues of this run have been fine. It's just the overall narrative fell apart really fast. So I don't hate it, but yeah, I think Thor came through a little bit stronger for me.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with Ryan. You know, I've enjoyed the writing of Thor a lot more. I was looking forward to the most with Power Rangers 50 just to see how they were going to end that series. But overall, I thought that Thor had it real strong this week. So Thor was my pick.
I agree. Thor was really good. I'd rank it Batman, Thor, Power Rangers. They were real close. They were all real close. I put them all in the B+ to A range. Definitely.
Yeah.
Kenneth, thank you. I appreciate everyone for joining us, dude. We had a great night hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
We got some. So this is a part of the show. We're going to talk about what we have coming up. I'm going to go first, and then Ryan, and then Dustin and Panda. From what I understand, Panda's got some stuff possibly coming soon for possibly a video. So I'm going to go first about what is happening on my channel coming up. I'm going to have a 1 to 1,000 highlights montage video of my channel, hopefully coming out tomorrow. I got to edit it tonight and tomorrow. Just about from my first video, highlights throughout till now. And I'm excited for that. We got a couple. I'm going to do a weekend live stream as well. And then I got a whole list of topics coming up, like things you didn't know about TMNT, ranking different writers and stories for different people, how much books are worth, speculations. I got a lot of cool videos coming. Hopefully, I can get to 4,000 hours watching the next couple months, because at that point, then I can finally start getting ads on my videos and get super chats. So, Ryan, I talked to you about what I've missed on your Instagram. You got some stuff coming hopefully soon.
Yeah, well, I mean, I got these new lights here, so as quality and equipment becomes available, I would definitely like to start putting out some more content. So look for that. There's a lot of stuff I read that I don't even talk about on here that I really do want to talk about. So that's probably where a lot of that content's going to come from. Undone by Blood is something I want to talk about so bad. That book is, goddamn, it gets better every time. It really does. Like the first book, I was like, "This is good," and now the third one, I'm like, "Holy!" On the Stump is great. Usagi Yojimbo, Something is Killing the Children. Like these are all amazing stories that deserve to be talked about. So hopefully this week, with all the extra time and better equipment, I'll be able to put together some videos to kind of try to bring people into those worlds. So,
I need to upgrade my camera and my lights and my microphone. But I'm not worried about that right now. Dustin, hey, thank you. Mark Spector Comics, I appreciate that. Comics of Bueller, me and Dustin both appreciate your bump. You shared one of my videos, and by the next morning, I had 1,000 subscribers. And I went up like 20 subscribers overnight, so I appreciate that. And obviously, you did the same thing.
Yeah, it took us about 20 minutes and we were there. So,
dude, we appreciate you, Bueller. You're awesome. We could talk about that maybe in another show. Dustin, what do you got going on your channel coming up?
So if you guys go to our Instagram story right now, there is a poll up for what we're going to rank this Saturday night on our Saturday Night Comic Book Babylon. You have a choice between ranking the top 10 vehicles in comics or the top 10 Batman suits. So you can go to our Instagram page, hit the story, and vote on that. And I think that's going to be up for like probably till about 10 o'clock in the morning, maybe. And then Saturday night, we have our Comic Book Babylon. Tomorrow, we will be dropping an edited video where I do a full review on CGC's new packing kits and showing off the books that I decided to send to CGC after the video I did where I reached out to the community to see what your thoughts were. So we have those coming out, and every week we're doing What If Wednesdays, where me and Steve over at Captain Comics are going to go over and do a full review on a different What If book every week, and it's a really fun stream. We love the books; they're great books and great stories. So that's pretty much where we're at right now.
Awesome, man! Awesome.
Panda. I voted for vehicles, so nobody let me down.
What's that?
Said I voted for vehicles, so audience don't let me down.
I voted for the other one. What was the other one?
Batman suits.
I voted for suits.
Vehicles, man.
Right,
Batman can be one of them.
What you got coming up?
Well, first off, I wanted to say big shout out to my daughter Bria. She came over here and she gave me a note. She wanted me to read to you guys.
Oh, awesome!
And it says, "Thank you guys for letting my dad be in your video."
That's awesome.
Yeah, she watches YouTube all the time, so she was geeking out when she heard that I was going to be on YouTube. So
that's awesome.
Which I know Steve was talking about it. I did send off some books over to CGC, so I've been thinking about it. I've been talking to these guys about it, and I think it's time. I think I'm going to make my first video about unboxing a CGC reveal. So it's going to be really good.
Hell yeah, dude! That's
Awesome.
exciting. I'm excited for it, man.
She'll be really excited to see Daddy's got her own channel. I mean, I still long for the day where I'm as good as Blippy and Ryan in Ryan's world, so that my child will get excited to see me on there. Hell, he didn't get as excited to see himself on there as he did for the same episode of Blippy he's seen 11 times in the last hour. But I digress.
Really, what you need is a Blippy cameo. That's what you're missing.
Yeah.
Blippy and Ryan's world did make our group chat. Oh shoot!
Blippy, woo!
And I will say, I do feel like you joining our show has really completed like the circle of life for our show. Because first it was just me and Ryan, and then we had Dustin on, and now
Adrian's on the team. Oh,
dude, yeah, I appreciate you joining the family and being part of our Thursday night chat. I think it's nothing but fun, not only here, but in our group chat and just this whole community. I think it's good. So I appreciate you joining, dude.
Yeah,
I appreciate it, man. It's like, say what?
It's like Olive Garden. When you're here, your family. You put your name on the group chat, dude. Like,
Family.
here it is, man.
Family.
Hey.
Dude, Mike, what's up? Another Kansas boy. How's it going, man?
If we're gonna be a restaurant, we should be something good like Firehouse. Because Olive Garden's trash.
Spangles.
I was waiting for it.
We're going to Spangles and we're going to hit up that
Welcome to our entire day of group chat.
Yes.
I can't get any work done.
No, dude. No, well,
We're on 90 minutes.
you're just pushing
Did
hard
you even
around.
have any work to do?
All right. Thank you, everyone in the chat, for hanging out. Thank you again, to Dustin and Panda, as always, for hanging out. I'm unsure if we're going to have a show next week since really no books come out. I don't plan on grabbing anything, so we might take next week off and be back the following week. But thank you, everyone in the chat, for hanging out. Thank you to all my subscribers for getting me above 1,000. Thank you to Bueller. Congratulations to Dustin and Nick for getting over 1,000. They did it in less than half the time it took me to get to 1,000. So congratulations to them. They have amazing content. All three of these guys are amazing people. Thank you, everyone, again. And as always, go Cats, Cowabunga. It's Morphin time.